What's up guys, Last Cobra here. Today I just wanted to make a start making these videos out. I know this is probably kind of late because the game has been out for a while, but I would like to start making tutorial videos on how to get good at Injustice 2. And so this would be in the first video. I'm going to have the annotations right now for all combos and button inputs that I will be talking about. If you're not familiar with that, there will be a picture showing right now. Alright guys, so as you can see by the picture, the inputs are 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the same exact thing on a PS4. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it makes it super simple when you're talking about combos, so it doesn't matter what console or whoever you're talking to. And they use it for pretty much every fighting game, those same annotations, so it's easy to learn. Combo you don't gotta worry about, whoa, what system is he on, or any of that. So also we use back forward, not left and right, because left and rights change when you switch sides. So that being said, I am going to start the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing I want to go over is interactables. Now there's a bunch of different ways you can use these interactables. It depends on the character that you're playing. As far as Superman, he's considered a power character, so he'll actually use the interactable to hit his opponent in a kind of like a power way. I'll show you that now. Now let's switch to Batman. He's what you would call an acrobatic character. So the same interactable, he'll use it a different way. So he basically uses it, push your opponent, push him across the screen, get out of the corner. So he uses it differently. It's very important to note that tech characters such as I think Black Canary and Robin will usually put like an explosive on the item, and it'll be like a setup. So they're kind of like setup characters. So those are the three you need to know of. Another thing you need to know is most characters have a combo string. So I'll put one on the board just for examples. This combo, pretty much all combos that do some kind of like little pop-up, you can actually do it into an interactable with the background. Now this is another important thing when playing Injustice 2. It's kind of unique to Injustice 2. This is an MK where you can actually use this to extend the combos. So I just want to go over that real quick. So one of the things you'll see is, and you don't need to do a pop-up, my bad for saying that earlier, you can actually just do it after a string. So as long as the string connects, you press R1 or RB on Xbox controller, and you'll knock your opponent off the back of the stage. So something like this. And you can use that to extend your combos. So you can also do you would do a combo into it, and then get a if I can hit this, he's landing a little freaking weird right now. So you can get something like that. Just something like that. I just made that up off the spot. But it's good to know what maps have that, because you could use it to increase the damage of your combos. So I definitely recommend going into the training mode and practicing that. Another character, I'll go practice options right here, switch my controller. Alright, I highly recommend playing as Superman if you're very new to Injustice 2. He's probably the easiest character in the game to learn, and he's overall a good character. You have like a dive bomb, which is really good, catches a lot of people. You can EX it, and it's an overhead. Actually, it's overhead already, but you EX it, it's just more damage, and it's just sick. So I recommend picking him up. He's really easy to do combos with and all that, and he's just an easy character to start off with and learn the basics of Injustice 2 and how it works. So there's a bunch of things you can go over. Went over interactables, went over using the environment. Another thing is move list and frame data. So this is part one of the tutorial where I'm going to tell you guys about frame data. So if you go press start and go to your move list, it is also important to know that if I have a low or an overhead And how safe is that? As you see, this low is -10, which means if I do this and the opponent blocks it like that, I can pretty much eat a full punish. Anything over -6 usually. Most fighting games, that's how it is. It could be different though. It depends on the startup on the opponents, and that's where you have to learn what your opponent is capable of, like what strings does he have and what can he do to punish you to see if how safe it is. So there is a way. Let's just say for example this low, I want to do that. Just say for example I got a special move. This special move, let's see. Alright, this special move is -1 on block, so it's unpunishable. So I could do something like this and make it safe, and the opponent wouldn't be able to punish it. But there is a gap there, so he could gap through it with a slide or something, or spin a bar and get a back 3 armored launcher. So it's just something to know. Another reason why I recommend using Superman for your first character, since the game is very zone heavy, Superman has an air dash, and you can attack out of the air dash, and then also it makes a pretty good cross up. And if you guys didn't know what a cross up is, that's in Mortal Kombat 10 you have to hold right trigger to block, which giving the game a block button means that really there is no such thing as a cross up. I know there's a very specific thing where you can trip guard and go into a cross up on MK, but in Injustice you have to hold back. So let's say Batman's holding back and I go for a cross up. Now when I crossed him up, he would be holding forward, and that's how you get your opponent opened up during a cross up. So if you guys didn't know that. So that's some basic stuff. Basically what you want to do is the first thing, go through some basic attacks. A lot of things I like to do is just look to see if he's got a low. He has a low that he can start off of. So I can just immediately special cancel a low into a full combo. I already have the overhead. Every character has a forward 3, which is an overhead. It's a little slow and reactable, but if you mix them up with this, keep doing lows, keep doing lows, keep doing lows, keep doing lows, get them conditioned to block low, and then you go for this, it'll usually open them up. So that's just another little tip, and that gives you good mix-up potential when you have a character that has a low starter or something. He can start a special cancel a low into a special move. So basically we'll look at everything. We also got an overhead, which is forward X, square Navas, forward 3, flying low. Huh. So he also has a pretty good, I didn't even know that, so I just learned that. He has a pretty good range on this, like, low sweep thing. So you could go into some, well, the recovery on it is recovery is 38, which is a lot, so afterwards, and if it's blocked, it's punishable. But I like the range on it and how it moves forward. That's pretty good. So anyway, the first thing I'll do is when I'm playing and I want to like learn a character, I'll go into combo attacks and I'll just press it's 2. You just press 2 and you can snap all these to the screen. So I'll snap all the combo strings to the screen, and then I'll also see I can only do that many, so I'll unsnap that one and I'll snap a special move like that, super breath. So just so you can see what the moves do. So I got a low. Oh yeah, let me unsnap that, even though I do. That is good to know. And basically I just see what the character has. There's my breath. I got this, which is a high mid, so the opponent can duck it. High mid mid mid. It is special cancelable. High mid overhead, so that could be pretty good to get those lows to hit if I throw that out there. So another thing, see, when I see stuff like that, something I want to do is check to see if it's safe or not. It's -9, so it's not safe. So let's see if I can cancel that into breath, and I cannot cancel it into breath. So if he blocks that overhead, I'm going to eat a full combo potentially. But -9 isn't that negative, but it's still negative enough to eat a full combo. But if you could throw, I would only throw that out there like once or twice. And if you press 2-2, we got a mid 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 mid. Looks like pretty quick too. So we should check the startup. Startup's only 8 frames, so this move right here is super fast, super fast. This right here though, the startup is only 2 frames. It's basically a command grab. Well, it's a mid. He can block it, but actually, let me see something. I don't think he can block that. I think that's a command grab. Oh no, it is. It's not a command grab. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, that one's a command. That one's not a command grab either. All right, cool. That's good to know. All right, so after messing with all those, I'll unsnap them. And I'll look to see what's safe. You just want to look at block advantage. Basically, that's what I look at when I'm first starting out. -7 right here, so that's pretty safe. It's not safe, but he's only got 1 frame to react to it. It's -3, it's safe, 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 safe. You got, that's not safe, but this is +13, it's -2. This right here, how quick this is, and it's forwarded. If you want to see it, startup is a little bit 21 frames, but you see it's forward advancing, has really good forward movement, and it's a mid. So this is your go-to punish tool right here, basically. So let's say, let's turn Batman, wake up mode on. Let's say Batman goes for a slide kick. I'm going to block his slide kick and go for a full punish. Sorry about that. The startup on it is actually too much maybe, so I might not be able to do that string. Okay, no, it'll still work. And this is basically how I like to figure everything out. I want to get this combo to land though, at least once for you guys. So there you go, 45%. So basically that's a basic punish that you can do to a Batman if he throws out a kick. That kick is pretty negative, that sliding kick if you block it. A lot of Batmans like to wake up with it. At least the ones online. So another thing I want to see is this string right here, which is a little weird. Alright, so that's basically the basics. After going over combos and stuff like that, I'll look at special moves. I think that's probably good for today though. I just wanted to make a short, well, this is not a short video, but that's some basic knowledge of stuff that maybe you guys didn't know. I hope it helps. I'll be making more in-depth character breakdowns and how each character's play style is and what's their game plan, if you guys like this video. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know. Sorry the video turned out to be a little bit longer than expected, but there's a lot of information to cover, and I wanted to make sure you guys knew everything, at least just for starting off, that there is difference between interactable usage. You ran through some frame data, as well as cross-ups, and some other little basic stuff, just so you know what to look for when you're picking a character. So I hope this video helped, and I'll catch you guys later. Cobra, out.